Whatever you are investing, if investment goes bad, you must be able to afford the loss, right? Any amount of money you are putting into a business, you must be sure that if that money goes down the drain, you can bounce back, you can move on. Hi guys, and welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Kunle, and welcome to Think Growth. Right, on this channel, we help you grow in every area of your life, your finance, your career, your relationship, your spiritual life. We help you grow. All right, I will bring to you many people's experience, because we believe in this life, you cannot avoid the experience. They say experience is the best teacher. I agree, no doubt about that. But then, you want to avoid the experience before you learn anything. No, you don't want to do that. You want to learn from other people's experience. That is how you get to go faster, and live much effective life. All right, so today I want to talk about calculated risks. There are a lot of you that speaks a lot of big English. Like the risk is calculated, so there is no issue. Nah, that is wrong. So let's talk about calculated risks. So when they say risk is calculated, what does it actually mean? Does it really mean that everything is going to turn out fine? Right? Does it mean that all the situations are fine or everything is under control? Does it really mean? Now, when people say the risk has been calculated, you are free to proceed, does that mean everything will turn out right? Now, the answer is no. A very big no. Now, the truth is, when a risk is attached, that means that it's definitely a possibility that something will go wrong. All right? As far as we say risk is attached, there are chances that things might go wrong. Being calculated risk does not mean that certainly everything will be right. So according to AI, calculated risks refer to the process of evaluating and analyzing the potential outcome and probabilities associated with a particular decision or action, and then making an informed judgment based on that assessment. It involves carefully weighing the potential benefit against potential drawbacks or losses. Now, there is nowhere in this definition that actually says that calculated risk means everything is going to turn out fine. Alright? The fact that risk is calculated, what it actually means in the real sense is that the potential loss is something that is affordable. When the potential loss is affordable, then the risks become calculated. I mean, you don't need to speak so much grammar, so much English in order to understand this idea. All right. So let us look at it in practical way of life. Let's say you want to make an investment. Let's say you're putting 100 million naira on an investment. If the investment fails, what are the potential losses? Are you going to lose all the money or part of the money, or you're going to get your money later than you want it? What are the potential losses? Now, if the potential loss is you losing all the 100 million naira, you want to ask yourself, can I afford to lose 100 million? No, you can't afford to. That means it's not a calculated risk. If you can afford to lose 100 million, some of us can, some of us are so big, then that is a calculated risk. You know that if this 100 million should go down the drain like that, I can move on, I can forget about it, I can bounce back, all right? You want to be sure that whatever you are dating, if things end between two of you, you can move on with your life. In a relationship, you don't want to invest more that you can let go. There are some people that they are in a certain relationship that what they have invested in that relationship, they can't afford to let it go. Alright, that is not a calculated risk, right? Whatever you are investing, right? If the relationship goes bad, if the investment goes bad, you must be able to afford the loss, right? Any amount of money you are putting into a business, you must be sure that if that money goes down the drain, you can bounce back, you can move on. That is why we don't really advise people to borrow money to do business, except you are certain. And usually, business does not want 100% certainty. So you lose your money in the business, you lost the business, and now you're in debt. Can you bounce back? That's going to be difficult, all right? So calculated risks actually connote that I have calculated it and I know the potential losses, and I know that the gain that could come actually, has a good weight in compared to the loss. And I know that if I lose, I can bounce back, right? I can move on. I don't do business that if it fails, I can't move on. I do business that if it fails in a week, I can move on. I don't go into relationship that if it fails, I can't move on. I don't do that. I do go into relationship that I know that if things don't turn out right, I can still move on. I mean, the breakfast maybe a month, maximum 2 months, I'm okay, and I move on to the next one, to the next thing. All right? I don't want to invest in a business I know that if that investment go away or it went bad, I'm not going to be able to bounce back. I don't want to do that. All right. Now, some people go even to the extent of borrowing money to bet, to play gamble. I mean, you don't want to. That's the wrong decision to make. All right. So when the risk is calculated, it doesn't mean things will certainly turn out right. It just means that every potential loss is not avoidable, it's affordable to the person making that decision. And if you are sure you can afford to, let the learning go, let the relationship grow, let all these things go, then the investment is worth it. This popular saying that the person that has nothing to lose is the strongest. All right. When you have nothing to lose, you are stronger, you are more powerful. Now, when you can afford any losses that arises from any endeavor, you are the strongest in that team. Are the strongest in that endeavor. All right. So make sure that all potential losses are things you can afford. Whatever you cannot afford, you don't want to get into it. Whatever loss you can't afford, don't let the gain or the profit attract you. All right, guys. So that is that on calculated risks. Like I said one more time, if you are coming to this channel for the first time, make sure you click on the subscribe button, because we are going to be rolling more content out to help you grow in every phases of your life. My name is Kunle once again, and I'll see you in the next video.